Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm OP, and in today's episode we will be going over some of FAKER's best highlights from the 2023 LCK Summer Playoffs, where T1 finished second after falling short in the grand finals against GenG. Without further ado, let's dive straight into the action.
They get Infernal Soul. You're exactly right, as FAKER is going to use the package here actually to get out of the way. Ona taking a lot of damage. Nature's Grasp comes in and they tried to get on top of Ona, but it's Canyon that falls down. He is going to have to back away because he's very, very low. But there's only a few moments here for Dplus to try and lock this one down, and they have no smite available now. And not a lot more. Kellen, he can be mitigated so well by Ona on this Poppy. The Rakan, it's so difficult for him. As Dplus, they know they can't give this up, and Zeus is looking for a flank angle. They just boop away the Rakan. There is the Infernal Soul. The knock-up onto Zeus is fantastic, and Jeff just explodes. T1, I think this might be just it. The last team fight as Carrier goes on a big old journey. Canna tries to look for an angle, but they find Showmaker. They take him down. There is no damage left remaining. And you can do as many Cassante things as you want, Canna. You are still going to lose your Nexus. And T1 will move to match point in the series.
Some phenomenal play there. The knock away on the Rakan with the ultimate so good. The package from FAKER to dodge the engage. Some phenomenal moves from T1. A scrappy game, a very back and forth game. But in the end, T1 come out ahead, 2-1.
With his positioning also as Dplus, they have a feeling that Carrier is lurking over the wall. The controller going to spot him out, as now Zeus wanting to get back into the fight once again. DK, they back away. Moonlight Vigil clips FAKER right on the edge, and they grab the seat. Oh, Canyon not able to get an Ona. Locks down the Baron, but can Dplus find the fight? The Aphelios already taken out, and T1! Oh, it's the lethality on this Aatrox, and he decided he's not going to get one shot. He is one-shotting them.
Manages to get the Baron with the smite from Ona, but on top of that, they crush all of Dplus. The engage comes in, the momentum comes in.
Zerilda's coming in as the third item.
Win rate, you know?
Yeah, I know, and I can see why.
And Death, Gale Force is in here, and then the clutch flash ult from FAKER onto both the carries, layered with all that CC. So yeah, Zeus cleaned up the fight. FAKER, he's back.
FAKER, Carrier, both of them together. The flash grand entrance to make sure that they can get the quickness on top. Oh man, something. Yeah, they do manage to find the Glacial Prison. Zenith Blade connects this time, and Zeus could be going down. He has the Ignite. It's ticking, but he's not going to fall.
I think you gotta double down on this, or it's gonna be a disaster. Carrier has ult, he's wrapping around.
And now it's their turn to try and deny this wave. There's the flash forward from Keen. They don't find the stun though, as Zeus is still here, still alive.
Dead.
And BDD's gonna move over. Carrier is just gonna solo out the Leona, as Lahen's not having a great time. Cuz getting low as FAKER moves on in. Nico not quite going to be able to find it here as he turns into a minion. Cuz moves in. There's the Pop Blossom, finds two! And Zeus is going to find the Harpoon. He still has basically zero health. FAKER's going to flash away, and there's at least a kill to go over to BDD.
I mean, Keen's chasing FAKER down. He's like, why won't he die? Oh right, I've only got a longsword in my inventory.
Tie, but now T1 able to use that priority and move towards this Drake pit, as there's a nice hook onto Lahen's. He does have Eclipse, and he's going to go aggressively. Finds himself a stun onto Gumayushi. He's now going to chase down the Leona. Turns his attention now as the Emperor's Divide is going to get spell shielded beautifully. BDD makes his way out, but it's not going to be enough. And Keen kind of wishes he had more than $50 in his bank account, because he's just not doing enough.
Yeah, he just really will get bounty gold from my team if they're grouping. That's all you can do in these situations sometimes. He is going to pick it up.
Yeah, Equalizer comes down just to try and guarantee this turret. There's the flash, three-man Pop Blossom. Empress Divide comes in, but it does absolutely nothing. It's a double for Goomer as well. And they're going to continue pushing here towards this inhibitor turret. I don't think T1 are going to stop initially. They are now going to break open the base. T1, they are fed up. They do not want to give KT any opportunities back into this one. And they will not. They could even keep pushing here and look for a Nexus turret as Keen. He's pressed the Dominus button. Can they actually do anything though, as he's slice and dice, and now he's dead. Cuz trying to find something if he can, but the Nexus turrets are falling. A hook is going to connect there, as Cuz is just going to get whittled down. Gumayushi just too massive on this Draven. They will be able to take the Nexus and even out the series. The Emperor's Divide is fantastic That's going to keep them away from the President. Lahen's going to be taken down here as, once again, Carrier playing bouncer. Zeus doing the same thing. The Q3 is going to be fantastic. Faker picking up a bunch of kills. And yeah, Keen, you've got a really cool counter-strike, but I don't think it's going to be saving this game. Aiming back onto the fountain. Gumayushi going to lock down that kill, and T1 will dominate KT in game number 3. Game 1, not close. Game 2, even not closer, but on the side of T1. And game 3 looks like the snowball is well and truly rolling. Put down the Rift Herald, and now the Nature's Grasp is flying forward. Zeus looking for the angle onto aiming. He does have Cleanse. There's a Magnet Storm to dive into the backline. Great counter-strike there from Zeus as already the Crocodile is being taken down, but double 80 carries are wailing onto Zeus, who leap strikes his way out. The Dragon is forgotten, and now it's a 4 versus 5. And Zeus, he can go back, he can teleport back into the fight. The Emperor's Divide is massive. Aiming's going to flash immediately afterwards, though, as the Bramble Smash is good. Faker goes down, but Aiming is going to fall, and the blades are not. They're going to remain blue, and most of them are in the river now as well. BDD does manage to take down Gumayushi, but he is going to have to vacate the area as Cuz gives himself up to try and save Lahen's. It's valiant, but it doesn't quite work, and BDD just teleports into the top lane. He'll try and take what he can.
Yeah, he's going to grab a turret and some minions here, but T1 will get the second, or rather the third Drake of the game.
Zeus is just destroying the base. So grabs aiming, you manage to get a bunch of money. T1 are going to grab a Baron. They're going to grab bits of your base as well.
Gotta get Zeus here, maybe.
Oh dear. Lahen's going to try and turn it as best he can as aiming. Not sure what he can do here as they put up the Emperor's Divide. Keen gonna go golden. There's the flash out from aiming. He's trying to juggle these blades. Keen! And then goes Keen. He manages to find one, but it's a double for Faker.
It's an ace here, and T1 may have done it. Atlas, it was a close series. To that Baron fight is actually caught by Carrier, and this is the beginning of the fight. So they go onto Owner, pull him back here. Nature's Grasp is there. Guma cleanses, and then when he goes to the follow-up, yoink! Carrier gotcha! And BDD just can't get that reset, so then can't get out of this fight. Tries to flash and kite back, but Owner is too tanky, and that is the beginning of the end. As Keen, he has some fancy footwork here. He has an incredible moment. Lahen's just trying to buy time with his Eclipse into stun here, but the teleport comes through from Faker. Keen gets caught by this, but then at level 15, tries to make a super outplay here with aiming, goes in for the stun, gets the kill, but it won't ultimately matter as Faker cleans it up, and T1 have ultimate map control now.
Yeah, this is devastating.
Get the kill, the assist on the Xayah.
Yeah, I mean, you can't see it in the CS numbers, obviously, but that's a ton of gold she picked up on a weak side lane. Is Faker?
Level 6, and look at this, no flash for Chovy. It's as free as that. The rocks are on the ground. Doesn't matter. Just gonna delay his inevitable death. And this is that, right? Like GenG, they're trying to pressure in the lanes, but Chovy's like nearly under his turret. You're just not gonna get away from level 6.
Good, actually, he picks up the play, feels a lot better now. For T1 is Chovy.
Oh, he's gonna have to flash again as Carrier gonna taxi onto the minion. The seismic shove comes in, but is not gonna survive against 3 as Owner shows up once again, this time to take out Chovy.
This game is just filled with action, and both of these teams relentless in their punishes of even one overextension. Even
once you get to the point where there's enough damage for BDD, as I can't make a point.
Yeah, Owner is going to twist and advance forward. BDD's going to flash away. Sapling is down, but it shouldn't find him. Faker's already flashed over, shifts the sands. BDD tries to slow him down, but it does not work. Arise, Sand Soldier, in there.
The summoners there is definitely the right call, but could have been avoided, and we're starting to see KT ramp up the pressure.
Well, Cannonball's coming in as Cuz looking for Faker, doesn't quite find the Q. Stun lands though from BDD, and surely one of these CCs is going to work. No, Faker's able to shift the sands. He gets himself back to the turret.
I mean, this is just what Faker does on the Azir pick. It's so hard to lock this guy down. He knows how to shuffle out of almost
nothing happened, so I assume it's going to be fine. But Zeus, because of the attention that's been paid towards Faker,
Lahen's is... Yeah. Okay, right of the Arcane comes down, and Faker avoids the majority of it by walking.
Walks it off.
KT kind of blind here. Not a whole lot of information, not any ability to get BDD into position here. CFT1 gets Zeus on this flank.
Well, Lahen's possibly caught out. There's the Emperor's Divide. Lahen's is going to flash, aiming as well, having to flash to get out of the way. Down to his GA now as Gumayushi is causing BDD to have to get out of here. The stun's not going to work. The cleanse is beautiful. Owner locks down 1. And T1, they don't even need a Baron to win this game, I don't think. They're just going to push this top lane, and it's only Cuz and Keen to try and defend.
Last attempt. It's too many threats, as you mentioned, Chronicler, and Guma just winning this one as aiming takes so much damage early, even with his GA. There's just no chance, and a very one-sided game here to start off the series.
It's not what we were expecting out of game one. Of course, T1 fans absolutely elated. T1, of course, have been phenomenal on the blue side, but also getting a great start in this series. Last time they lost game one. This time, they're celebrating on the enemy nexus at the end of game one. Look at these extendo beams from Gumayusi, having a day out on the Zeri here in this one. They take down the remaining turret. Yeah, Carrier is going to suffer a death. It's his first one for the series, though. We'll give it to him. And T1 victorious in game number one.
Fantastic start in game one, and now in game two, a huge lead as well. BDD got his stun prepped.
Oh yeah, Faker could be in trouble here. Does have flash available. There's the Emperor's Divide once again. The Q's in the air, but it's not enough. Lehens is chasing after Faker, and he's now running the wrong direction. So he's just going to try and waste as much time as possible.
He might get the execute.
Yeah,
it's
can
be
he
close.
actually get there? No, he's not going to be able to. So BDD is going to be able to get the first kill. Will secure it, slinks into the mist. And T1 just say, well, I mean, we're happy to just take a whole bunch more plate gold. BDD's going to teleport towards that top lane as the Mountain Rift does come in. Emperor's Divide is going to discover aiming. Who's going to ult and die? Carrier locks down the kill, and Faker just seems to be picking whoever he wants on this map. And
AT can feel pretty okay about that, right? Because you get this, but the moment the TP comes in, you can see T1 know that they have a health bar advantage. They just go in. They know that we have a TP, so if you full commit to this,
trying to get some prio for that objective, but Faker here is one of those pick targets.
yeah, it does have his crown, and they're going to look to try and stop him. They do deny the shifting stance at the beginning, but then he just gets himself out. Another Glacial Prison comes in. Aiming's going to be interrupted by Ona. Absolutely beautiful play. Now Carrier taking some damage, but the Featherstorm's going to save Gumayusi. Lehens has to go golden, and he's not going to be able to get himself out of it. Kane is going to be the first to go down in the fight, and T1 are just juggling the aggro gorgeously. Ko's going to be the next victim here as T1 are looking for match point. They are looking for no mercy, and they want to head towards the final.
Faker, he lives! He lives in more ways than one. He does not go down in this fight, but he's got that extra survivability. He's got Merc Treads here, and when they use the Blast Cone to get on top of him here, he's very aware of this possibility. Instantly Emperor's Divides through the stun, then is able to slide into the Baron pit, get around this corner while Owner Peels gets the knock.
Laning phase despite the tough matchup, and now they're going to contest this dragon.
Yeah, Gumayusi a little bit pushed away from the rest of his team. That is going to be the Drake secured. There's a flash forward from Lehens. Faker possibly in trouble as well as he's going to flash. Rocket Jump going to be utilized here as the Conqueror is going to proc Cuz. Can you find the stun? The Petrifying Gaze is just fantastic, but the follow-up isn't quite there. Aiming, going to dash on forward. It could be dangerous though because the Blender is set up for Gumayusi. BDD dives on top of him, but he's got red, white, and you should not fight KT. Eventually he does go down, and now it's Aiming's turn to be the Gatling gun. Carrier is a monster, but I don't know whether he can win this fight, and that's a triple. We certifying it.
I think we'll certify that one. I think we're putting the stamp on it right now.
Both KT and T1 fans are holding their breaths as Lehens gets the flash here out initially, traded, and then Faker perfectly uses his ultimate use time. Look at this mana for this. Barely has enough to get the stun set up here to kite back, and then Gumayusi on red-white with aiming here in this pit kites it back extremely nicely, but unfortunately Zeri plus Tristana, there's just too many threats here. There's too much damage. Still early for this Cassiopeia, and the bounces are real.
And really big here, yeah, is Aiming actually.
He just teleported bottom. He's gonna be behind on this play. I think T1 really have this on lock, essentially. Keen actually gonna show up for this fight, though. He's ready.
Yeah, Faker looking for a pop blossom angle as there's the Keeper's Verdict. It does go wide. There's the 3-man though, and Faker takes matters into his own hands. Lehens immediately taken down. Zeus, he's a bit late for the fight because T1 have already won. The Blade Caller is decent, but it's not quite going to be enough as Cuz's life may be safe, but no, the barrel comes down and demolishes them. Keen doing the best he can, BDD as well, trying to save it. Orbit Deception not quite there. He's got another one. The Charm is going to land. T1's health bars are so low, but still no kill for KT.
I think if this is the lane comes through, but they just don't have enough, and it's really just about Faker's engage here. Look at the angle. Pop Blossom flash into 3. Keen's able to sidestep it critically, but it's instantly a dead Rakan, and aiming is out of this fight because the Faker dies, but worth. And yeah, Faker is able to, with a really nice engage, pull them off, as this is Lehens here, falling for the... Oh, I fell for it, he says there. He fell for the clone.
Yeah.
And over here, this is Faker committing. Aiming doesn't ult the Pop Blossom here, so takes the majority of his health bar. And yes, Faker will die for this, but he buys enough space here. I think if Aiming ults that, maybe they could actually get him in back to this fight to chase down some of these additional kills, but T1 will still escape with the Baron. Really nice catch here on Keen, forcing out his stop wall.
Successfully does so here as BDD looking to try and take this control ward. Will get snared once again. And Faker not going to get balefully struck. And now there's the flash forward from Cuz. They get the stun. Ulti comes through there as the Pop Blossom's going to come down as well. They're trying to catch the Poppy, but he's so incredibly durable, but so's Faker. He just moves his way out, and now it's Ono who's just slashing it up. And that's going to be first blood onto Cuz, and maybe another one as the second Drake for T1 is going to be started. Cuz going to waltz on in. Let's see whether T1 are going to be able to lock this one down. Yeah, he's just going for the flash. And there it is. The cage comes down. The quickness is so good, but the Pop Blossom's going to be there. Massive damage as the Poppy is going to go down. Ona gets into the back line, gets the fear onto aiming. It's a double for Faker and one for Ona. And T1 clap back. But this Drake is going down extraordinarily quickly. Paranoia comes through. That is going to be Chemtech Soul. As Cuz not really going to find anything. Gumayushi is just going nuts. And there's the quickness, but a 4-man Pop Blossom from Faker, and Cuz is going to go down still. Faker may follow, and Keen is kind of massive. He slices his way out of the fight, and aiming, he can't fight anymore either. BDD trying to mega cone his way out, and Keen dives into the backline. I don't know about that one. This is the main one.
He's on his way.
He has his flash as well. As the cage comes in, Pop Blossom down, not going to find aiming, but is it going to be enough? As the Paranoia gets into the backline, aiming, going to be able to take down the Nocturne, and he has his GA. Zayas now finds the Nocturne, aiming is dead! T1, they may have done it as Cuz is trying to run for the hills. BDD and Lehens know that there's no way to stop this Baron.
That might be it! And Zayas dream, I just don't think there's enough that he can do here, aiming up at 25.
Yeah, the front door was open. They leave the Baron. There's a flash forward from Gumayushi. The cage is down. BDD avoids the feather storm, but it does not matter. Gumayushi grabs the double. The Nexus turret will be taken down, and T1 will deny the reverse sweep. And they'll meet GenG again tomorrow.
And these were some of the best plays by Faker during T1's run in the 2023 LCK Summer Playoffs. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.